Hey you guys, it's Jen here from Felt Me Now. Welcome to part 2 of making a needle felted heart. So I've made my first step 1 out of core wool and I'm happy with the shape. I did make a similar heart earlier just to practice, and so we'll be using this one as an example as well. So I'm going to do, what I did with this one was I first put on my yellow color, which is a nice kind of a sunflower yellow, and then I'm going to layer the orange over top, and that gives it like kind of a nice glowing effect with the colors. And then we can trim up, we're going to use our scissors to trim up all of these stray hairs when we're finished. All right, so let's add some color. So what I like to do is just pull off really small amounts to start with and just gradually build up the color. So I'm just pulling it, making kind of a little fluff, and then I'm fanning it out with my fingers and kind of clouding it so it's a very thin layer, and then laying it on top like that. I'm gonna do some more of that. And then spreading the color, and now we're gonna use the orange needle, which is the needle that, there's little barbs on this, on all of the felting needles, and this one keeps the wool on the surface of your project as opposed to pushing it in and getting a denser felt, which is what your core needle does. All right. So I'm just adding it as I want it. You want to have a bit of color everywhere. It doesn't have to be even, but you want to have it so that most of the white is covered. And we'll start getting this heart glowing. And then I like to put it around the top curves like that. Poke, 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 felt, felt, felt. And then I'm going to take my fingers and smooth it over the edges, and then go along the edge like that. You can take your time. I'm going rather quickly for the purpose of this video, but I'm really excited to see what you guys create, and I hope you'll share it on social media and tag me. Tag Felt Me Now. I can see all your chakra heart awesomeness. Then I'm going to flip it over and add some more color. Like this. If you get a little blob or a little snag like that in your wool, if you don't like that, you can just pull it out if you think it's going to affect the look of your project. Maybe not on a heart, but maybe if you're doing something much more detailed, that might be important to you. So I'm just clouding it out and laying it on like that. It's okay if it goes over the edges because we're gonna fold it over and make it pretty. Just lightly poking with my needle. Doesn't have to be hard poke all the way through the project. We're just tacking the felt onto the surface. And now I can start folding it over the edge. You can brush the fibers with your needle if it's if you want to guide the wool. If there's a concentrated area that you want to even out a bit, you can just lift the fiber with your needle. You can move it around with your needle and keep felting, keep poking. Folding it over, felting along the edges. I like how round this heart is. It's cute. So just keep turning your project over and over so that you're felting it evenly. It's gonna get like really fuzzy like this. That's okay, because the more you felt it, the smoother it will be. All right. Let's see here. There we go. So I'm going to work on this a little bit more with my orange needle, and in the next video I'll add the top layer. So I'll see you in part 2.